She's an Army veteran who served her country for a decade until an injury changed everything.
I relive it almost every day.
Now this local sergeant is opening up about a very personal struggle. Some will argue that veterans took care of their country, but their country is not taking care of them.
In fact, for the last several years, the local veteran you're about to meet has received free health care from the Department of Veterans Affairs. The VA provides health care for all veterans who become disabled while serving, but there's a gap in that coverage that for this veteran came as quite a shock.
Army Staff Sergeant Michelle Wager vividly remembers the night she was injured by a roadside bomb in Baghdad back in 2007.
All I saw was the explosion and felt pain immediately and felt the heat of the blast.
A blast so massive, 2 of the soldiers riding along with her in the Humvee didn't make it out alive.
2 people died that day.
Michelle lost her left leg and severely damaged the other.
I knew something was going on with my legs. I had actually thought my legs were on fire because there was so much blood and it was just trickling down. And that's like the thought that came into my head, was that my legs were on fire, was burning feeling.
She also suffered a traumatic brain injury.
And my eyes were fused shut. My eyelashes from the heat of the blast had fused my eyelashes shut. So I probably could have opened them, but I don't think I wanted to.
Michelle spent the next several months struggling to recover and rehabilitating at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center in Maryland.
I relive it almost every day, like when I see my legs or when something hurts.
Michelle, only 31 at the time, remembers telling doctors she felt like she was already showing signs of menopause. Initially, Michelle says military doctors reassured her everything was okay.
And they're like, you're fine, you're gonna be fine, you can still have children, you can this and that.
But the changes she saw in her body troubled her.
I was barely leaving the house. I just felt sick and icky all the time.
At the time, Michelle wasn't thinking about kids. She wasn't even sure how her body would recover. But after moving back home to Fenton and getting married, Michelle had a tough time conceiving. Despite what the VA doctors told her, on her own, she started seeing fertility specialist Dr. Bradley Miller for treatment. Dr. Miller confirmed what Michelle had already feared. He says her infertility is likely explained by the traumatic injuries she suffered while serving in Iraq.
It was pretty clear to me that her fertility issues related to her injury that occurred while she was there.
After many failed attempts, doctors now believe in vitro fertilization appears to be the couple's best bet and probably their last and only hope. But by law, the VA does not pay for IVF.
We want to bring awareness to our veterans who've served our country bravely and come back here, and now they find it difficult to have a child. They fought for our country. They don't have to fight for having a child here.
I could be out of time, and this is something that could have been prevented a little sooner or found out a little earlier, or maybe we could have frozen eggs before, and nobody has offered that to me. I don't think there's a day that goes by that I don't think about it, and it doesn't get easier, really.
Michelle's doctors are now partnering with the American Society for Reproductive Medicine. Along with several other clinics across the country, they're giving discounted treatments for veterans like Michelle. But it's still not enough, with some IVF treatments costing up to $12,000 at a time. Without any guarantees, it would result in a pregnancy.
Whether it's us providing discounted care or the VA providing IVF services at designated centers, we should be able to do that as a country.
Michelle and her husband Brian, for now, have no choice but to pay for it themselves, while at the same time lobbying Congress and the VA to change its position and give veterans access to IVF treatments.
I was a veteran, served in the Navy proudly, and I want to have that kind of coverage for our women and men who've served our armed forces as well.
Sergeant Wager is now retired at 40 after 10 years of military service. She knows time to have a family of her own is running out, but she's not ready to give up hope on becoming a mom.
I would love to be a mom and have my own child, because I deserve that.
And we should point out, we did get a statement from a spokesperson for the VA saying the VA does support legislation that would allow the VA to offer IVF, but again, right now the VA will not cover the cost.
So that's in Congress' lap.
Right.
We just don't do enough for our veterans.
And a lot of people feel that way.
It's just that simple. We
Yeah.
do not do enough for our veterans.